Alright guys, welcome back to Our World Outdoors. Now it's been far too long since we added another video to the playlist based on our food. So today we're going to remedy that. It's really simple what we're going to do here. We're going to try and improve upon perfection. Now, if you haven't seen it before, go down to the description box after this video. You can watch the whole video on how we made our muffin bombs. Now, I wanted to step that up. It needed to be better. We needed to top it off. Not real hard to do when you sit down and think about it. But then again, if you haven't had our muffin bomb, you wouldn't understand. Basically, a muffin bomb, to put it simply, is oatmeal. You take chunks of dehydrated muffin, toss them in there, and it just turns into a bomb mess of some wonderful, yummy goodness. Now, I thought to myself, how can I take this another step? How can we go better? How can we go harder? How can we make it even more yummy? Well, there's only one answer to that, and that's cinnamon rolls. So we're going to be making cinnamon roll bomb today. Pretty simple. If you have a wife like mine, it's super simple because you go to Walmart, you buy one tube of cinnamon rolls with the icing for like $1.39. You hand them to your wife and say, here, I need to make a video. Will you make these? And she says no. And then you say, I will let you have some next time we're out on the trail. And she says, okay. So she bakes them. And she makes this yummy goodness for us. Tell me that doesn't look good. Yes, I want to sit here and eat them, but unfortunately I can't. So let's get into this. The easiest way to do this is to set up your dehydrator with some parchment paper. Technically you can get away with wax paper if that's all you have. You're going to take your cinnamon rolls, make sure they're completely cooled down, dried. If they've sat out on the counter for a couple hours, it's even better. Then you take them and you literally just break them up. It's that simple, guys. This is not rocket science. We're making yummy stuff to eat that doesn't actually look pretty. So break it up into small bits. Don't really care how small. We're just going to break them up. And this is the one time you can get away with where people can't say anything to you about licking your fingers when you're done. So we're going to break all these up and put them on there. Now, saying it's better than our muffin bomb is easy, but let's see if we can do a comparison at the end. So what I've done is I also had my wife cook us up some muffins. But now, any normal muffin, that wouldn't be a real fun comparison. We want to go big, we want to go hard, we want to make sure that it's something that's going to be just scrumptious. So what I did was I found muffin packets at Walmart that are blueberry cheesecake and strawberry cheesecake. That's these guys. So she's made them. We're going to do another tray underneath this tray of muffins. That way we're also doing large batches in the dehydrator. So if you're going to run the dehydrator and go through the heck of all this, you might as well do a large amount of stuff. And of course you can just keep these in the freezer. They'll keep for, I would say, up to a year comfortably. But we're just going to get this all broke up on these trays. And then I have other trays here we're going to break up all these muffins on, put them all in, stack them up, and dehydrate them down. Now normally this takes about 6 to 8 hours depending upon your dehydrator. All of them are going to work different. Some people like to take these really far. Some people like them to be a little less dehydrated. This also is a nice snack. It's much like our dehydrated cake, where it's like a crunchy snack on the trail if you don't want to rehydrate it in your oatmeal. But this will give you an idea kind of what we're working with here. Oop, it's trying to roll away on me. So we're going to do that with the rest of it. Get it on the trays. Get our muffins broke up and on the trays. Get it all stacked up in the dehydrator. We'll bring you back when it's done. Show you the final product. Mix it up with some oatmeal. We'll bring Missy in. We'll let her do the taste test. Let her decide. And we will see if I have topped our original muffin bomb or not. We'll see you when it's done dehydrating. Alright guys, good morning. So we're back. We actually let this go all night, so about 8.5 hours. It didn't really need it, but we just let it run. That's how it goes sometimes. So the first thing we have to do is I have to show you what the product looks like. So that's probably a pretty good example right there.
You can actually see the...
Yeah, you can actually see some of the icing on it.
them.
See if I can get this up where you guys can see the icing.
Oh, those smell good.
They do smell good, but they also, you can smell the blueberry cheesecake and strawberry cheesecake muffins on the bottom smelling through too. So it makes me think that maybe I loaded it for muffin bomb too well. We'll have to wait and see on that. But to give you guys an idea how we do it, you can buy whatever kind of oats you guys like. But generally what we do is we use the regular rolled oats because we buy them in bulk from the Amish in like 50-pound bags. So I take and I put a half a cup in here of regular old rolled oats. They're less processed, they'll fill you up more. They do take a little bit longer to rehydrate and soften up. And then we put a half cup of either the muffin bomb mix or cinnamon roll mix in there. And then generally what we'll do is we'll add a little bit of stevia. You could do sugar if you want. A little bit of sweetener, we just add it into the bag. Or sometimes we drop an entire sweetener packet in here and just close it up. And then when we get ready to rehydrate, we just fill it up basically to the top, mix it up real good, throw it down and leave it there. Now I will say that as we did our test batches here, the cinnamon rolls take a little more to rehydrate. So I would probably lean away from trying to cold soak these just because they're a little harder to rehydrate. But that said, that's basically going to be your final product. Like I said, you can add sweetener to it. You will enjoy it more probably if you add sweetener to it. But after adding hot water to it, you're looking at about a 5 to 7 minute lead time if it's not too cold outside. So, that said, we have racks and racks to do. I do want to give you guys an idea because I squished the trays. I did load the deck here. You can set those over there, babe.
Oh, okay.
I kind of load the deck because I bought, like, really? I bought blueberry and strawberry cheesecake muffins. I didn't buy like regular old just strawberry or blueberry muffins. I bought cheesecake because she's a cheesecake junkie. So I'm kind of setting myself up to fail. And then, hey,
these are awesome just as a snack too.
Go on, Paulo, go on. You're not the star, go away. Yes, these just going down the trail popping these is good. I will admit that. Alright, so what we have here in the simplest form is this is your cinnamon roll or cinnamon roll bomb. That would be your muffin bomb. Alright, so now my beautiful wife gets to try them.
Has to do the dreaded job of trying them.
Yeah. And
okay.
no cheating now. So first.
So should I try the cinnamon roll first since I've had a muffin bomb?
Yep.
Okay. You can definitely taste the cinnamon in it. This one still has just a little bit of crunch. So sometimes if you whenever you make your oatmeal, if you don't give it enough time, it'll still have crunch, but I like the crunch, so.
Yeah, and like I said, it's definitely going to be night and day the difference of these two rehydrating. So if you like things with more of a crunch, then you're probably going to like the cinnamon roll recipe better.
The cinnamon roll is definitely coming through in the oatmeal. You definitely got the flavor there.
Now I've loaded her side. The scales are heavy versus muffin on the whole cheesecake because those muffins were something else.
That's really good, but no crunch. So I really do kind of like the crunch in that one.
I'm surprised. Yeah, there's a reason why we had to make more muffin bomb, because somebody always takes them all.
I'm going to go with the cinnamon roll.
I'm amazed. I'm impressed.
That cinnamon roll, the cinnamon really comes across in it.
So, there you go. In this one, the cinnamon roll wins. I mean, obviously, it's going to be everybody's own taste buds are different. I personally like the idea of cinnamon rolls, but I also know that in some cases, you're probably going to get some pieces that don't have a bunch of the icing, and that might mute the flavor. But, you know.
You could just sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon in there, too, if you felt that you wanted more.
Yeah.
Which is very easy to get some additional flavor if you wanted it.
Yeah, I mean.
But I don't think it needs it at all.
You can always back flavor it however you want. Now, the thing I want to make a point of here is we're going to be able to make, I don't know, probably 15 or 20 easily of these servings. But mind you, the 2 bags of muffin mix we did for this, because it was a bag for a half dozen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was 90 cents a bag.
So that's $1.80.
And it was $1.23 for the cinnamon roll tube.
So about $3.
So,
and almond milk for the muffins.
Yeah, she used almond milk to make the muffins to make them a little bit lower calorie.
Which was probably another, 20 cents.
Yeah, and then we buy our oats in 50-pound bags for 20
it's
bucks.
Hard to even factor the
I can't even
oats.
factor that, but if you even just want to do a whole thing of oats, it's like $1.89 for a whole thing of rolled oats.
Yeah, so for like $5.
Basically $5 for 20 servings, probably 15 to 20 servings. So compare that to anything else. Now, granted, you can always just go out and buy your flavored oatmeal and do it that way, but I can promise you,
oh my God, this is so different. Once you try it, you'll be hooked.
This is a lot more hearty. The calories actually are not that much more than those packets are because of all the stuff they put in them, like sugars and stuff. But that right there is probably, I'd say probably 150 for the cinnamon rolls and 150 for, so about 300 calories, I'd guess.
Yeah.
You know, if you're using a 0-calorie sweetener. So you're also basically coming in at a better calorie count than buying it by the packet too. So really, it's kind of your own time. If you want to enjoy a little bit more of a high-end breakfast out on the trail, or if you've got a sweet tooth like ours, this might be right up your alley. And when they won't shut up, it's a quick way, because trust me, it'll take her a minute before she can say anything now. So that said, it's basically come down to, my wife says that cinnamon roll's better. That does have a lot more crunch. It has a lot more crunch.
I kind of like the crunch.
But that's got the fruit, so. But that said, it was time to come out with a new video. I definitely think cinnamon roll won this one. It doesn't mean it's the overall winner, because we're always improving, always getting better.
And it's always according to what you've dehydrated that day.
Yeah.
Because like, I think we did lemon cake one time, and that turned out amazing. So just adds another depth to breakfast.
So down in the comments, let us know what your favorite breakfast is out on the trail. Let us know if you guys try this. And on that, I think we need to wrap the video up, because I need to eat these, and you need to put it all in bags.
What?
Yeah, you got to get to work. You got things to do.
Put those down.
No,
Put those down.
Those are mine.
If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up, and we will see you up the trail.
Hey, where are you going?
Get your job done.
Hey, that's mine.
Get your job done.
That's mine.
You got work.
Apollo, get her. Get her.
Stop.
Get her. Get her. Get her.